right, everybody, welcome to the first ever live presentation of the assembly of the Koola walk-in cooler system. Now, as you can see here, all we've done is just basically roll it down, put it in place right here in the yard where we're going to be setting it up for this catering event. And we've taken a couple blocks of wood and put underneath the back wheels back there just to kind of prop it up and level it. Now, I'm just going to take this air vent right here and I'm going to take it out and just lay it right over here beside. And I'm going to grab the bag. I'm just going to yank it right out of there like this. We'll set it over here so it doesn't roll down the hill on us, just like that. Now, this little box right here, whenever you get your cooler, this box is pretty handy. So I would imagine you'll want to keep this because your poles fit in there really nicely, and so do your little pole bracket adapters here. We're going to set that there, and then I'm going to just dump these poles out just like that. Put them right in the yard where I'm going to be working with them and using them. And like I said, make sure you save this box because it's perfectly fitted for that purpose right there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull all these pins off of here just like this. We're going to work our way right around just like so. Head around to the other side. We lay these right up on top there just like that. Come around to the other side and just pull all these pins out just like that. You can lay them right up on top there. It gives you a nice work area. I'm going to pull this one over here, assemble that, and now we're going to go ahead and lift the ceiling up off the poles just like that. Okay, we can spin this around and we're going to take these. Now, these are just extension poles that hold the ceiling up, for packing reasons. I'm going to lay this right over here just like that, and we'll take these. And then I generally just lay them right in behind the unit so they're right there whenever I need them the next time. I'll put them right back here just like that, or you can slide them right down inside the box so that you have them, whatever works for you. Now, the next thing we want to do is just fold down the platform. Now, you'll notice here that the platform has adjustable pegs right here, so if my ground's uneven, I can actually adjust those poles to make it level. Okay, we're going to fold it down right there, which doesn't look too awful shabby. Now, the next thing we need to do is take our pole adapters here, which come in this little bag. Also a good place to store your pins. And we're just going to go around. We're going to screw each one of these in place just like that. Now, it's really important to remember you want to keep the holes facing out forward just like that. Now, there's little rubber adapters here on the bottom, so as you tighten them down, gives you a little tensioner there, so that works pretty nice. A little rubber adapter right there. We're going to come up here, put one in here just like that. Let's screw that right down. Put that in place. We go. Remember to keep your holes facing forward just like that. Now we can take our poles. We got our first pole right here. Actually take our pole and put it right in place just like that. You can do this as you go around if you'd like. Take the next one, put it right back here. Sure our holes line up. This one the right direction. There we go. See the holes right here? You want those to line up right there. We'll put those in place. You can even go ahead and put our pins in if we want. Slide your pins in. And now what I like to do whenever I put my pins in is I always like to keep the pins facing towards the inside here. See if I can find it. There we go. I like to keep my pins in towards the inside instead of outside, because if you don't keep them on the inside, it kind of pushes out on the bag a little bit. And I just don't like that. So come up here, do the same thing up here on this pole, and slide it right in there just like that. Once again, like I said, keep the pin on the inside. Want to tighten that one down just a little bit more, you can. Tighten that down really good and tight. There we go. All right. Now we'll walk across here. I'm going to take my other pole adapters here on the other side. I'm going to screw them in. Once again, keeping the holes facing forward. Screw these down. These work really nice. Screw this right in there. It's already drilled and tapped. It's got a brass bushing down inside there, so it's strong, really durable. There we go. Put that in place. Remember what I was saying? Keep your holes facing out forward. Come up here, screw the next one in place. There we go. We'll put this right down. Tighten it down just like that. Spin it in place. Okay, tighten it down. You can feel that rubber washer there. Crunching that down. All right, now I got to grab my other two poles here. We'll take them over to the other side. Just like so. Gonna open it up here. There we go. Put that one in place right there. Gonna put this one in place right up here. Just like that. We're gonna grab two more pins to pin those in place. Always remember what I said. Make sure that you keep the spring tensioner here on the inside. Okay, here we go. Come up here to the front, just like that. Line up the hole. Keep the spring tensioner in the front, just like so. All right, and now that we have all the upright poles in, floor is folded down, we're ready to put the ceiling on. Okay, now we're going to grab the ceiling here, which is nice, lightweight. So again, make sure that you have your holes lined up. Okay, and we're going to come over here, hold this up, and just line them up. If you have somebody to help you here, helps quite a bit, but if not, you can do it yourself. Just like this, line them up. Your time to get them all lined up. Got one more right over here. Step over here, line it right up just like that. Okay, got that in place. Now we'll put our pins in. This pin's what fasten the ceiling. Once again, I always keep my springs to the inside. We're gonna need 4 pins here. Come around to the front, go right here. Okay, and sometimes you just gotta wiggle the pin just a little bit, but there we go. Oh, keep my spring to the inside. It's like that. Now we'll move over here to the other side. Put our pin in. Line it up. There we go. Spring to the inside. Same thing on this one. Whoop. Line it up. Spring on the inside, just like that. Okay, now we basically have our frame completely assembled. Now the next part, which is what I kind of think is maybe one of the harder parts, it's really light, but it's actually a little bit bulky to work with. So this strap right here, let's take your strap off. That strap kind of holds it in place. We'll put it back there with our box. And what's really important here is whenever you first open up your bag, now we're in a nice, grassy yard here, but if you're in a dirt area, you might want to even do it up on top here. You can actually drape this out over top of the frame and then unzip it up there. Now you have to unzip the door here so that you can drape it over top the frame. Okay, now this is a 2-way zipper so that you don't have to open it the whole way whenever you're using it after you have it set up. So what I do here is I fold that front door open and I come around to the back. You can see right here, this is the back of the bag here where it goes around the unit. And I actually start right there because it helps me get it on there straight. Okay, I know I got that in the back. And I just flip this out around here. Because this is kind of the most difficult part because it's just bulky, it's not heavy. And if you have extra help, it works really well. But if you don't, you can do it yourself. It just takes a little time here to get it pulled up over there. Get this other side pulled down around. Come here. Come here. It's a big bag, so a little bulky. Okay, there we go. So we get that draped up over there. Get it lined up here in the back. That's important. You want to have it lined up in the back. Come around the front here and you can see I've got it squared up right here on the corners. This is one of the most important parts for me, is just making sure that I got it squared up here on the corners in the front. The rest of it will kind of fall in place as you push it up. Now the next step is actually easy. Just come up inside here and then just push it up and it'll lock in place at 6'6". So step inside just like this and push the telescope controls up and then they snap right in place. Now see, we got snap pins on each and every one of these so that they snap and lock right in place. So now that we have these locked in place, we're ready to put our safety pins in, and that's going to help the ceiling support the weight. Okay, sure this one locked up. Let's come up just a little bit. There we go. This one over here. Come up just a little bit. There we go. Oops. Okay. There we go. A little crooked here. They should have adjusted that leg down, but okay. So come inside here and drop this right down to where we need it to be, just like that. Okay. Get the bag right down over the frame, exactly how we need it. There we go. Fold this down. Okay, perfect. Perfect, looking good. Fold this back out of our way. All right, now the next step that we need to do is we need to put the cold air vent in place. Now this right here is actually one of the secrets that really makes the Koola work, which I'll explain to you here in just a moment after I mount it in place. Now you'll see there's only one way that this goes in there. So you're going to step right down here, lift the air baffle up in the air, and we're just going to slide it in right here. Put it in on the bottom first, just like that, and then lean it up until you get the corners. It's a tight fit, and you want it to be, and then that just slides in, just like that. And that's going to help pinch your bag in place. And now you just want to pull that air baffle sleeve right down over top of that. Now what I'm going to explain to you is one of the really unique features about the Koola Buck that makes it run so efficiently. See, is what's actually happening is, see these vents down here on the sides and along the bottom. This isn't where it's pushing out the cold air. This is actually where it's sucking the inside air in. So what this unit's actually doing is it's taking the 105 cubic feet of air that's inside this cabinet. It's pulling it in here into an insulated box. And inside that insulated box is the refrigeration unit. Now this has the exact same refrigeration system that you're going to find in any walk-in cooler. So what it does is it pulls that into that insulated cabinet, so you're not getting any heat loss. Pulls it into that insulated cabinet, circulates it across the cooling coil, and then it blows it up this air baffle and across the ceiling. Well, as we all know, hot air rises. So as it goes across the ceiling, that pushes that hot air down, and it sucks it right back in through these fins again. So what we've done is created a cold 360-degree air curtain. So it pulls it in, cools it, blows it right back out. As soon as it blows it out, sucks it right back in again and continues to cool it. So now, the only thing that we have left to do now is we can put our safety pins in here, because if we want to put a lot of weight up here in the ceiling, we're going to need those safety pins. Now the ceiling's test rated at 800 pounds. You can hold 4 deer in here easily, or 4 people. As you can see, I'm here in the corner. Plenty of room for another person to stand there, one there, one there. I'm about 200 pounds, so you can see there's plenty of room in here for you to move around. So lots of cooling space in there. Now all we need to do is go around the outside of it, and we're going to fasten it down with the 3M tape. Now just take your time here and just pull these corners around just like that. Make sure you fasten it really well. Go along the bottom here and just push it down. I mean, this is a heavy duty industrial 3M tape, really strong, very similar to the same type of tape that's on the back of the tonneau covers of your truck. And as you know, you're going to use that thousands and thousands of times and never wear it out. Well, this is basically the same thing. Now here on the side is a little bag. If you have extra pins or something like that you want to store, you can put them right inside there. It's really, really nice. So we'll come around to the back here. Same thing on the back. You'll see that we've got an elastic band right there, and that just kind of stretches right around the cooler unit. We're going to push that down. You can see how that's stretching right around there, just like that. Important to have that in place. Now I'm going to go around the other side and do the exact same thing. Okay, so we'll come over here. I'm going to grab the front door, pull that around, okay, and I'm going to seal it. Make sure this corner's lined up. Seal it right around the bottom, just like that. Come right around to the back side. Whoop. Make sure it's sealed right down flat. Come over here, seal it right here. And as I was saying earlier, this was the first ever assembly of the Koola Buck walk-in system. And you know how you can tell, because the zip tie's still on the cord right there. So we're going to go ahead and cut that loose, and then we can go ahead and plug the unit in. Now this unit plugs into any 110 volt outlet. It'll run off of 15 amps of electricity. It even pulls such low amounts of electricity that you can actually run it off a small portable camp generator. So it's a really, really nice and efficient system. Okay, we can fold that down. Now we'll take you right out around the front here one more time. Okay. And that's it. And we're ready to zip the unit up, plug it in, and turn it on. Now, as I was speaking earlier here, it actually has a two-way zipper. So once I have it zipped the whole way down, say for example, we're using it for a catering event or something like that, once I have it zipped the whole way down, if I put shelves inside there, racks in there, or if I've got my deer hanging in there, whatever the situation is, I can simply unzip it up here, fold this back, reach inside, do whatever I want to do without unzipping it the whole way to the bottom and then undoing the 3M tape at the bottom. When I'm done, can zip it right back up again. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed the full demonstration of the portability and use of the Koola Buck walk-in cooler system.